Hey YouTube, longtime seller here, and I'm here in my warehouse, and I want to touch on a little topic that I got to thinking about, and that is, are most eBay sellers hoarders? I'm going to have to say, yes, we are. I watch several other sellers that are out there, and they have oodles and oodles of stuff. Like, uh, there's one gentleman I watch quite often. I comment on his videos and chat with him occasionally. He's a pretty cool dude, but he's got like 50,000 items in his basement, and he's definitely a hoarder. I'm a hoarder, but I think all eBay sellers are hoarders. Now, I'm here in my warehouse. This is a 40 by 40 warehouse, okay? 40 foot by 40 foot. I do have a few personal things in here, but I would say 75% of this is eBay stuff. So this those some of y'all have seen my videos before. You see this. This is my warehouse. This is my clothing right here. Okay. I have almost 8,000 items of clothing, and you can see it runs all the way down here. Like when I'm pulling orders, I will run down. Now, the thing is, mine are in consecutive numbers. My items are consecutively numbered. Let me get you down so you can see. Like 41, 42, then it goes 44, 47. So all my inventory is consecutively numbered, and this is all my newer inventory. And I run down here at the end, and then when I get to the end, I cross over, and it goes back that way, and then it wraps around the other way. But anyway, I have a consecutive numbered system, so you can see up here, this is the 179s. Down here's the 200s, because it just keeps going. That's how I manage my inventory, and that's how I keep track of things. And like I say, it wraps around, and then it goes back down this way. So I have a lot of pieces of clothing. Now, I also have some of my old inventory. This was my old inventory. These were my pants and shorts. And this was the old inventory that was my shirts. I'm relisting this stuff and doing self-similars on all these, and cleaning up the listings and cleaning up the photographs, so these are selling down, and eventually all these will be gone, and it will be 100% numerically ordered, consecutive, numerically orientated inventory system. Now, these are overstock boxes. These are things where I'll have multiples. You see I've got all these sweatshirts here, these brand new sweatshirts, and I instead of putting them in my regular inventory, what I do when I have multiples, when I have many items of one type, I will just put them in an overstock area, and I'd rather do it that way. I found it easier for me than, because when I go to consolidate, I have to go through every single item and down. Well, I don't like doing that with multiples. It gets redundant and gets a little tough. So, I mean, it's a lot of stuff to move. All right. And then right here I have my hats. I have a separate section for my hats and a different number, but they're just in boxes that are consecutively numbered boxes. So I just come over here and sell a hat. I pull a little Oregon Ducks, AC Delco, just stuff like that. A lot of golf hats, sports hats, things like that. So that's the basis of my inventory right there. I do have a little bit more inventory to go over with. This over here, these are my tools, all right? This area, this I've got to get rid of. This will be gone tomorrow. This is some stuff I'm going through. A couple of things I need to list. Look at this old lampshade here. Glass, that's pretty nice. Anyway, this will be gone, and this area right here this is going to be all my tools right here. You can't see them because of this shelf right now, but I have 3 shelves here and a shelf right here, and of course 2 Milwaukee pack out systems that will be here, and I'm going to put a little work table here, and this will be my testing, repair, and then I service all my own vehicles. I'm a retired mechanic and HVAC tech, and I service my own vehicles. I service my girlfriend's vehicle. I work on stuff for friends occasionally, help out friends and family. Okay, so like I say, this is just a tool area here, and I got a lot of Freon too. I do. I still repair some old stuff. I got 2 ice machines and a Coke machine I'm working on to sell. Actually, we're going to run those out of our store. But anyway, this rack here, this is just larger. And this is like coats that I don't want to wrap until it's time to sell. So I just leave them hanging. And you can see we are hoarders. We all have death piles. We have actually, I don't have that much of a death pile. I keep my death pile pretty low, but I do have a lot of stuff. So this shelf here, this is just these are hard goods here, things I've picked up over the years. You know, I mean, not over the years, but I'll buy lockers and I'll buy businesses out sometimes. You can see I've got all this animal food here. And a little bit of Vans shoes here, not too many. I did have a whole bunch at one time. I had about 2,000 pair of Vans shoes, and I'm down to just that. This here is hard goods. These are hard goods. Hard goods. And I don't sell a whole lot of hard goods, but I do have a few. And let me get you, yeah, there we go. And these are hard goods. Now this shelf right here, this is actually part of a new business venture that my brother and I are embarking on. And this is the very start. We are selling used auto parts. And what we're doing is we're buying vehicles because he has an automotive shop in Granbury. I work for him a couple days a week. And we get, sometimes a customer has a vehicle with a bad motor and they don't want to spend the money for it. And we'll buy the vehicle off of them. What we do is we go in and strip it and we pull all the parts, the resellable parts out, and we have a separate store, First Own Auto Parts. My brother's shop is First Own Automotive down in Granbury, Texas. So anyway, it's a business venture between the two of us. We just started this month. Already got like $3,000 or $4,000 worth of items listed. I've got a car right now I'm disassembling. And when we get done disassembling, it hauls off to the scrap yard. We usually recoup our money from the purchase price and scrap at the end. And then plus we'll get somewhere between $2,000 and $4,000 worth of parts. But okay, so anyways, this is some of my mess. You know, like I say, yeah, I'm a hoarder too. There's a Coke machine I'm working on. Ice machine I'm working on. This one's kind of kicking my butt a little bit. I don't know why, but I think I got a board issue here, but we'll see. Anyway, this is pretty much it. And you can see I am kind of a hoarder myself. This rack right here, ignore this because this is a rack that came out of my brick and mortar store that I've actually got listed on Facebook, but right now it's doing double duty as a drying rack because I just moved into this warehouse, combined everything into this warehouse, and I've put my washer and dryer here, but I have to wire in I got a 250 volt plug right there, and I need to change over to this to hook my dryer up, and I'll move this stuff around a little bit. So there's a little bit of a clutter here, but I have a washer dryer because I go to I like to wash all my bin store items, so my pre-owned items. So customer gets a good deal. But anyway, that rack there, that's just doing dryer duty right now until I get this plug wired in this weekend, and then it'll be back to normal, and I'll have this stuff will be cleared out, and this will be a big open area right here. So this is kind of like my access area. When I come in, I bring my items, and I can put them here and start processing them, and I'll probably put a table up right here. Or what I'll probably do when I get done with this ice machine, this is a rolling rack here, and I'll probably just use it right there. So, and you know, got a nice little bathroom, decent bathroom, and my office. Office is a little cluttered, not too bad, but these are things that I just listed that I'm fixing to take out and wrap. Those are clothes to be listed. Ignore the fishing stuff. That's probably going to go out in the locker with my fishing kayaks and all my rod and reels and stuff, and then my miscellaneous shelf. And then I like to keep things in here that are heat sensitive, such as all this lipstick and these MRE meals. I keep them here in the air conditioned and heated office because I don't want them exposed to the heat that's out there in the warehouse. So anyway, this is my setup here. And am I a hoarder? Yeah, I'm a little bit of a hoarder. I'm not as bad as some people because I was just watching this gentleman, and he has got 50,000 items in his basement, and I'm watching him go through, and he has got the most convoluted, messed up inventory system, and it's an inventory system that I used to use a long time ago, and I quit because it is so inefficient. Now, maybe his mind works different than mine. I have an analytical type mind. Maybe he's a little ADHD and that works for him. I don't know. Everything works different for different people. But anyway, hey, y'all let me know. Reach out in the comments there. Let me know. If you're an eBay seller or an Amazon seller or Depop or Grilled or Macari or anybody like that, tell me you're a hoarder. I know you are. We all are. But thankfully, I don't. This is my death pile right here. This is my death pile. I got like 10 items to sell. Oh, I got 10 items, and yeah, that's it. I got about 10 items left to list. That's the end of my death pile. I went sourcing this morning. I already got them all listed. I got to make another trip in the morning because the thrift store I go to has half off tag sales, colored tag sales, and I usually do real good there. I love that place. But anyway, I'm going to get on out of here, and hey, tell me, what do you think? We hoarders or not?